Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Orbiter Potato, and we are playing Prison Architect. So let's go ahead, put it in 3 times speed. Now, if you'll recall, at the end of the last episode, we were just starting to build our new cell block over here, and yes, I am aware. Looks like there is a tunnel over here. Let's go and have a look. Flag over there. Somebody trying to tunnel out of the solitary confinement. Where are the sniffer dogs? Sniffer dogs. We'll get them to come check this out, because it might be nothing, it might be something. Oop. Yep, we want you. Come over, have a look at this. Come over here. No? Yep, you're coming. Good. I'm glad. So yes, as I was saying, at the end of last episode, we just finished building this block, and we just put in the doors. After I of course messed them up and wasn't happy with it, we had to do it again. So this is going to be our SuperMax area. So it's going to be designated SuperMax, and yeah, I think we need to designate all of that SuperMax. Yeah, whatever, we've done it. And there's going to be guards, everything that that these prisoners are going to need are going to be in this area. So what we're first going to have to do is we're going to have to build some cells. And these cells are going to be like nothing this prison has ever seen before. So I'm thinking a maximum, an absolute maximum of 10 cells. We really don't want any more than 10 prisoners in the SuperMax area. In fact, yeah, how many is that? That's 7. Yeah, so I think that will definitely do. I have no idea why I'm doing it the traditional way. Much easier to do the cloning tool, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and place down the typical cell items, the toilet and the bed. Go ahead and do that, and wait for these guys to come and finish building, and then we can actually get to work on planning. Now, I think a kitchen over here. A kitchen over here. Yeah, perhaps a smallish kitchen. This big with a door here leading off into a small canteen over here with a door over here. Rid of that. There we go. Probably won't need all this space for kitchen anyway. We might actually. I'm not quite sure how much we'll need. It's not for that many people. Let's say that much for now. This we can establish as a sort of communal area. I feel that would be a good idea. A communal area up there. A yard. We do need a yard. I think a yard coming off the bottom here. Down this corner, perhaps? Or we could bulldoze an area inside and use that as the yard. Could bulldoze this area. Will that work? Will that get rid of the foundations? I'm not sure it will. I'm not afraid to admit that. I am not entirely sure. Looks like it will. Looks like it entirely will do that. That's good, because that means we can get a sort of interior yard over here. Which is good, because that means they never have to leave the confines of this secure environment over here. And we can also build these walls here as well, and these here. We just need to be so secure, you know, because these guys, they are really bad people. Yeah, let's patch that up. That was a mistake to take that down. And now we can go ahead and designate this area as a yard. Good, let's do that. And that will say secure behind at least one door. I think we're going to need to have multiple doors. Yeah, let's put in place a couple of doors. I mean, these guys are not the nicest. Good, so now that's a yard area completed. I will actually mention a commenter who said that we should put some toilets in the yard, and I actually thought that was a really good idea, because what if prisoners need to do their business while they have a little bit of free time and they're doing some exercising? I thought, yeah, I have no problem putting some toilets in the yard. So ideally, if we put all the toilets in one row, we can just link them up with one big pipe. As you can see, I don't have very many privacy concerns. I don't think that's very important. I mean, it's prison. Come on. So yeah, we'll let them get put in first, and then we can go and build some piping under there, some pipe infrastructure. Good. So we have a yard that's up and running now, and in this yard we are going to put some toilets as well. 4 toilets, why not? We will put a phone booth. Lots of phone booths. There we go. 5 will do. And we'll put some weights benches. Yeah, why not? There we go. So now we have our nice little miniature yard set up. Should we put some grass down? I feel we should, but I don't really think these guys deserve grass. What about gravel? Gravel costs $10. That's not happening. That is not happening. Deaths. Where's that death? Hello, get out the way, get off the weights bench. Ah, I think. Yeah, he was a snitch. Not cool, buddy. Not cool. Not cool. So yeah, that's possibly a future plan. We could build a wing for people that we need to put in protective custody. That would be a very interesting idea. Yeah, let's leave this open. Let's leave this one open as well. We'll leave that one open. Great. So now it's just left. Now we're just left to designate a canteen and a kitchen. Good. And in the canteen, of course, we need a serving table, bench, and tables. Or should I say, a serving table, 2 benches and a table, because that's probably all we're going to have. Serving table will go back here. Table will go here, and the 2 benches will go either side of that. So a nice cramped canteen, but it's a prison. Deal with it. You guys are in SuperMax. You've obviously been very, very ridiculously naughty, and you deserve to be in here. I don't know that, but I'm just guessing. 2 sinks either end. Why not? I think it'll work. Let's put some fridges, because of course these prisoners are going to be treated with the same good quality food that we offer to all our prisoners, which is something that I'm very happy about, actually. I think it's a good thing that we treat our prisoners so well. 3 stoves, probably a bit of overkill, but you know, hey ho. If one of them gets damaged for any reason. Of course, we are going to have a staff door. Now, I am aware that a staff door may not be able to stop a barreling ton of prison beef, but that's something that we're going to have to deal with. Yeah, or should we put a jail door? I think probably a jail door. Yeah, why not? I don't see why not. We really want to make this as secure as possible, because we have seen in earlier episodes what these guys are capable of doing, and we don't want to see it again. Good, 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 good. Happy with the progress that we're making. We have done a lot this episode, and you know, this may be a little bit expensive, but I think it's going to be worth it. Of course, we also need a jail door here. What I am going to do is I'm going to have a secondary level of jail door, so the prisoners, in fact, you know what we'll do, we'll put in, just for variety, to shake it up a little, we will put a large jail door here. I know we don't have to, I'm aware we don't have to, but why not shake it up a little, and then we'll copy this whole thing over and over and over. Good. Now, something that's going to be very important to us is solitary confinement cells, because I am sure these guys are going to be treated by themselves. So what I think we should do is just continue to use the existing gaps, like here, to put solitary cells in, basically. And that basically means that we don't have to build a specialist area for solitary cells, which is good because it keeps our costs down. See that there, and then an extra layer of security there, and there. Great. Yeah, this whole area will need to be designated at the end as SuperMax. SuperMax security. I don't know, it's looking quite good actually. I'm quite happy with the way things are going. Have the toilets been placed in the yard yet? Yeah. Can we build some pipes under there? Yes, we can. What I feel inclined to do is just build up here and then all the way along. But I don't think the water flow is going to reach that far, so we might have to build some offshoot pipes. I'm sure that'll be fine. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be fine. So they'll be up and running pretty soon. Oh, look. Yep, you're going to get moved soon. Yep, you're going to be over here. Enclosed by doors and walls, or walls and doors. Yes, that's going to be happening very soon, as our workers get round to it. Is this being built? We'll open it for you, and then put that back to normal. Yeah, okay. Surrounded by walls and doors. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, great. Clone. Can we clone all of this? Looks like we can. Let's go and do it. There we go. A very elaborate and expensive mechanism for keeping prisoners, but one I believe is going to be well worth it. The shower area. I think we could have a shower area up here. What about that? That's quite a good idea. Yes, perhaps in here, and we can knock down this wall and yeah, make this the wee shower area. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Does the shower area need some extra security? Probably. Yeah, probably. So we'll have to make a little offshoot thing up here. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Well, at the end of the day, they are getting a bigger shower area, but I feel we need to be as secure as possible. Get rid of that. There, and then we can designate this area a shower. Forget how big it was. That big, I think. No, it wasn't that big. My mistake. We'll just shorten that a little bit. And of course, in every shower, you need shower heads and a drain. I fully expect them to trash the shower heads as soon as they get the opportunity. But hey ho. And drains. Where are the drains? Yeah, there we go. Put some drains in here as well, just to sop up some of the water. In fact, we'll make cover the whole floor in drains. Why not? Might as well. So this is going well, and as you can see, it is taking a long time for the workers to get out or into the cells in the first place, but that concern will be alleviated once we have finished building the actual once we finish building the actual block. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now that's not connected there. Can you get in and do that, or will I have to demolish a bit of fence? I think I'm going to have to demolish a bit of fence. No biggie. We can probably put the fence back together up there. Yeah, we might as well, just to make it look a tiny bit better. And of course, we will need to think about people tunneling out. That's another problem that we'll have to consider, actually. Gosh, it's getting very, very real all of a sudden, isn't it? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've made very, very good progress this episode. If you've enjoyed the video, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!